Hey, what's going on, everyone? Today's August the 25th, 2022. We're going to talk about Nvidia today. Yes, we're going to talk about them because the earnings was just released and it wasn't too good. They're not looking too positive on the future about the chips and, the business as a whole and supply constraints. And you guys can see that the price in Nvidia has not been doing well since my last video. So I wanted to break in and talk to you all about what I think is about to happen into the market now. So welcome to the channel, everyone who is new. I don't pump stocks. I'm not one of those YouTube boys out here that's trying to hype up these stocks because they could get the views, and you guys like to hear all of the cupcakes and the rainbows, and you guys love to hear how positive the future looks. But when you come and look at the chart, it tells you something different. So if you guys want to learn, if you guys want to continue to see my videos, my content, you guys need to join me and follow me. And, hit the like button, share the video, and also come through and subscribe to the channel. Tap that bell notification as well, because you will learn so much on a simplistic basis that it doesn't require a whole lot of research. Check this out. First of all, I wanted to start off with this article from MarketWatch, right? And one of the things that I find very interesting with these other YouTubers who look at what other people are doing, these Cathie Woods, these Ray Dalios, these Warren Buffett type individuals, they love to come in and produce content of when they come in and buy a stock, right? When they come in and grab a new stake or a new position in a stock. But they never come in and tell you all when they sell, right? So here's an article right here from MarketWatch. Cathie Wood dumps Nvidia stock ahead of their earnings, right? So now, are we going to see YouTubers produce their content and tell you all to sell your Nvidia too? For some apparent reason, YouTubers don't tell you all or create videos to tell you when you may need to sell out your position. Instead, what they do tell you is that dollar cost average. What they do tell you is hold for the long term. Hold for the next 45 years, and hopefully we may inch out 20%, 5%, 10% gains. But they never come through and tell you sell. This article clearly has related to us that Cathie Wood sold her position. See, that's the only way you can make profit, is by selling your position. But so many people have you all married to these stocks that you're so scared to come up off of them and realize profit, to where you're willing to go ahead and take the loss and continue to hold on for dear life, just waiting for just a minor amount of profit. Look at this. The ARK Innovation ETF has sold $40 million worth of Nvidia on Tuesday. And then another ETF that they manage sold $11 million worth of shares. Did they sell at a profit or did they sell at a loss? Because if they sold at a profit, kudos. That's the name of the game, is to sell at a profit, period. Now, she's selling. She understands how this game is meant to be played. It's a performance metric. That's it. She's in the business to make money. She's not married to Nvidia. She's not trying to hold on to these stocks for the next 50 years. If she can grab 100% profitability in the next 2 years, best believe she's going to take it. Look at the stock though, because I did a video in Nvidia right here on, you guys can see it, August 3rd. Okay. I was looking for price to go up in Nvidia. Now, we cannot say that we're not surprised to not see price in Nvidia go up. We cannot say that, because I think we can tell where the market got hung up. Price in Nvidia got hung up right here. Okay, it's plain and simple. So even though we saw a couple of trading days to where we were profitable, the strength, the buyers could not break price in Nvidia above 192, 195, $195. It couldn't do it. And that's something that we cannot control. If the market is not able to break past certain price targets, price levels, we have to recognize what it is and move along. But these two opportunities right here in Nvidia were opportunities for us to reevaluate the situation and say, okay, we got rejected here at 192 in the beginning of August. Cool. Like, that might be a fluke. We'll let that go. But the market in Nvidia came right back up to that particular area, and it still got rejected. So that is giving us more evidence that problems is occurring into the market in Nvidia. So we need to cut it. The strength that was talked about in my last video for Nvidia on August the 3rd obviously wasn't that strong. It didn't go right. So we need to cut this, because if we don't, we may increase the losses, and that is something that we don't push on this channel. If we see a position not going right, if we see price moving in the opposite direction, then clearly we need to come in and revise this. We don't like being on losing teams. We want to be on the winning team. So let's go ahead and cut this out. So if we were to get out on the last trade of yesterday, you guys can see that that is around 6, almost 7% loss. Pre-market right now, we're down 10.25. All right, so let's cut that out. Let's cut it, because the market in Nvidia obviously is not that strong. Now, check this out. I'm going to take this horizontal line right here, and I'm going to move it up higher, because this is where the sellers are massively positioned to sell Nvidia. They did it here in June. They did it again in the beginning of August, and then mid-August. The market in Nvidia traded that high. Now, this is massive. This is very important information that I am relating to each and every one of you, because at this particular moment, even all the way back here in Nvidia, we can see how price hovered and held support around 190, 192. So now the question is, we are seeing this area as rejection now, as resistance. See, it was holding support during this time period, right? The market in Nvidia was holding support during this time period, which was July of 2021. You guys can actually see this. The market in Nvidia was holding this area as support. Here we are this time though. The market in Nvidia is utilizing 190 as resistance. We have to see these things. This tells us that we are no longer trending or acting bullish into the market in Nvidia. Back in 2021, yes, we were bullish at that time, but this time we need to be bearish, because price cannot break above 190. That is clear as day. So for anyone to come in and tell you that Nvidia is a buy, it's not telling you the truth. That is why Cathie Wood sold, is because she also say, hey, this stock is not able to break above 190, 195. So guess what? We are going to play weakness too then, since we can now tell that market weakness is coming in around 190. So let me zoom this thing out real quick, and let's look at this on a longer term time frame. So this is the 3-day chart in the market in Nvidia. We have what? Starting out on a new 3-day chart. Okay. Now, it doesn't mean that the market's going to crash. So everyone just relax if you're looking for Nvidia to go up, because I'm not saying that the price is going to crash or plummet, but clearly we are in a downtrend still. That environment hasn't changed. And I wanted to show you all how the market in Nvidia, see right here, okay, we see so much evidence and proof that the market is telling us how we should be moving. You guys can see right here on this 5-day price bar, this is where sellers came in, but buyers staged the comeback. They was able to push price back up to 190, but they left. They left. So I'm looking for price in Nvidia to continue to do that, to go down. If the buyers aren't there, what can we do? We can't force the buyers to come in and open up their wallets and buy this stock. If no one wants to come in and buy it, then they don't want to buy it. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to play the weakness into the market in Nvidia. Now my first spot is going to be here. My first price target is going to be around 160. Okay, that's the first price target for Nvidia, 160. That's my first one now. And my second one is going to be down here towards 150, 155. That's a 10% movement to the downside. 10%. Okay. Now, We have 1 day and 9 hours left on this current 2 weekly price bar, and that is not good. This is not a good signal of what we're getting on this 2 weekly price bar. Looking at this on the 3 weeks, even here on the 5 weekly chart, we are seeing weakness come into the market. All right, so this is it. This is the newest information for what I'm looking at into the market in Nvidia. We're going to play the weakness here, and that's it. I don't know what else to tell you. The market is letting us know how it's thinking, it's feeling. So now I want to know, what do you think? How do you feel about Nvidia right now? Make sure you maintain the profitability, and as always, trade different.